on straight glory. The vibes slide over me. This beat is a chemical. It is a chemical. When I leave, don't say my shit. I'll be back when it's all complete. A moment is medical. A moment is medical. Living on straight glory.
Hello there, I'm Zach Thamel and welcome to the long-awaited part 2 to the cache system using command blocks. In the last video you may remember we set up the scoreboards for the cache system and we set up this little selling section right here so that you can sell items in game. Now in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to create the buying section to allow your players to buy particular items and set prices for it and make it all automated using commands. So without further ado, these are the things you're going to need: a command block, a block of choice, a stair of choice, a button of choice, a sign of choice, and maybe some dirt blocks just to cover up any holes and stuff that we may be building. And I'm going to be building it right here next to this. I'm going to build it one block away just so we got some space around it. The first thing you need to do is get your commands, and we need to dig out 2 here. Coming across, we need to dig down 2 there, and then 6, 4, 5, and 6 like so. We want the first 2 facing towards us, the front if you like. We want 1 facing up here, and then we want 6 facing in this direction, all into each other. And let's get rid of that one. So there you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and like I say, block of dirt just to cover up any holes that we have. Now you can, if you decide, you can build this all pointing upwards, if you imagine those are command blocks. But I'm going to be building just along the way for simplicity to make it all a lot easier to follow, all in one nice straight line. The next thing we need to do is place a block on top of this second command block and another block on top, and then break the block underneath. And we also need to place a command block right here, just the same as this one. If you've built this one already, that is. If not, don't worry. Now we're going to get the first 2 command blocks set and out of the way, which is going to be this one here and that one just below. First of all, we're going to this one and we're going to type, now you don't have to type /, but you can type /, it's not going to create a problem with the command. So just for simplicity, I'm going to put / set block tilde space tilde -2 space tilde, like so, redstone underscore block. Now we want this to be a impulse, unconditional, needs redstone, and we can change the previous output to show us if in case there's any issues, and then we can place our button right here. Now if we press the button, you should see that a redstone block is put in this place. Now in the one underneath, we want to do basically the exact same thing and type / set block tilde space tilde 1, because we want it to be 1 block just above the command, space tilde air. Now this one you want to be impulse, unconditional, needs redstone. And we can change the output on that just so we can see if there's any issues and whatnot, in case we made a mistake. And then what we should see if we press the button is that command block appearing and disappearing in an instant, just like so. I'll do it again just so you can see. Okay, so now we know that this redstone is going to activate these commands right here and then this line of commands right here all at the same time, which is what we want. And now that that's done, we're going to start with these 2 here and then work our way backwards in a straight line. In this very front command block, we want to go inside and open the inputs, so we've got a much larger box to work with. Now this command may differ if you are not using experimental features, which allows us to use the new syntax version, which is basically the same as the Java version. You need to make sure that these are active if you're going to be using the exact same commands as me, or they're going to be the old style of commands, which ain't too dissimilar. Without further ado though, this is the very first command you need. Execute at player, square bracket, and this is where it gets a little bit complicated. We want x equals. Now if we jump out really quickly, we basically want it to activate on this very block right here. And just so we know, I'm going to change this block. So this is where we have to type x, y, and z coordinates, and mine is going to be -8, -60, -88. So if we go back in here, x equals -8, comma, y equals -60, comma, Z equals minus 88. We also want to make this a radius of 5, so we want to put comma, R equals 5. And we also want this to only activate at one person at a time. So we want to type C equals 1. And now we also want the command to be looking at the scores. So we put comma again, scores equals squiggly bracket, money equals 0, period, period, or full stop, depending on where you're from. Okay, and let's say we want to sell golden apples for 400. Okay, we want to put 399. And then we want to close the squiggly and close the square. And then you want to type run play sound mob.creeper.say at player. Now, so what this command is doing is it's executing at the player that is standing within these coordinates of a radius of 5, and only that player and no one else. And it's checking the scores in their money account to see whether or not it is equal to 399 or less. This is what the 0 ... is. And then if it is equal to that or less, but not more, then it will run the play sound command. Now, what you can do to make things a little bit easier is, if you're able to, especially if you're on PC, is Control A and copy that and then place it in this command block at the back. If you can't do that, then unfortunately you're going to basically have to type out the entire execute at player, coordinates, scores, until you get to the run part. But lucky enough for me, I can copy and paste. If you can copy and paste, it'll be so much easier. And then all we want to do is delete that part up until run. And now what we want to type in this second command is tell raw at player, squiggly bracket, quotation, raw text, quotation, colon, square bracket, squiggly bracket, quotation, text, quotation, colon, quotation, and then you can hold Alt 0167 to get this little squiggly symbol. If not, on console, I think you can find it in the symbol settings. If you're on mobile, you may have to copy and paste that in. I'm not sure if all keypads have access to it, but yes, Alt 0167, and you'll get this squiggly symbol, and then we can type in 4 to give us a nice red color. And we're going to type insufficient funds. Now, you can change this to whatever you like. And of course, it doesn't have to be insufficient funds, but, you know, it could be not enough cash, not enough money, whatever you like, basically. Anything that you want to put that notifies the player that they haven't got enough cash or enough money in their bank, or whatever it is. Now we want to close the quotation, close the squiggly bracket, close the square bracket, and then close with another squiggly bracket. And of course, my mistake, this very first one we need to change to a chain always active. Okay? And we should make it conditional too. That's my fault, I didn't realise. My apologies. And now we can test this. As you can see, and if you listen very closely, it comes up on the side of the screen, insufficient funds. And I've just realised I spelled insufficient funds wrong. Okay, there we go, that's better. So it plays a little creeper noise, plays the insufficient fund text to us. And now we can continue with the rest of the commands. Now let's go inside this command right here. Now, this is going to be an impulse unconditional needs redstone. And if you're able to copy and paste again, copy and paste. And just a little side note on this, instead of radius 5, we want to change this to radius 6. Keeping in mind that my coordinates will differ from yours. You want the coordinates of exactly where your players are going to stand when they press the button. Now we want to extend this radius by 1, so then it catches them within that radius. But so obviously the block is getting 1 block further away. We want to increase the block radius by 1. And then we continue with the rest of the command. Now, once you get to this part, the scores equals money section, we want to change it to the price that the player is going to play. So in this case, we're selling golden apples for 400. I'm going to type 400 with 2 full stops or 2 periods at the end. And then we're going to close that squiggly, close the square, and then we're going to type run. And now what we want to do is add a tag to the player. So we type tag @player add buy. Now the reason we're doing this is so it ensures that that particular player and only that player receives the item, because sometimes how commands work, they can be a little bit glitchy sometimes. So this way ensures that only that player is going to get the item because they have that tag. Okay, and then now the rest of these commands are all chain and they are all going to be conditional. So let's quickly change all of them to always active as well. Last one, it's always a good idea to obviously make sure that the previous output is toggled on. So if any issues arise, we can take a look and see where the problem is. And now that these commands have been changed to chained, conditional, always active, we can type in the next commands. Now these should be a little bit more easier. We want to type in this next command, execute at, as in AT, @player, square bracket, tag equals by, close square bracket, run, scoreboard, players, remove, @player, with the tag that equals by. Okay. So we're literally ensuring that it only picks them. Money, 400. So that should be that command. In the next command, in the input we want to type basically the same part again, execute at @player with the tag equals by, run, give @player with the tag golden underscore apple, and then 1. Now this ensures that if anyone is wandering around in the shop area, that they are not going to get picked up at the same time. So if a guy's trying to buy something and I'm standing next to him or slightly closer to those set of commands, I'm not going to be the one that's given the item. It ensures that only the person with the tag gets the item. In the next command, we're going to type a message. So we want to type execute again, at @player with the tag, run, tell raw, @player with the tag, you've guessed it, that equals by, squiggly bracket, quotation, raw text, quotation, comma, square bracket, squiggly bracket, quotation, text, quotation, comma, quotation, and then we're going to do this again, holding Alt, typing 0167, and we're going to change it to, no, let's have a nice green colour. Red for no, green for yes. It sounds good, doesn't it? And then we can type the actual text itself. 1 times golden apple received. And then we're going to close it off with quotations, squiggly bracket, square bracket, squiggly bracket, just like so. And then you have it. So when they purchase a golden apple and they have enough money and they get the money taken away from them and they get given them the apple, they will receive this text that says golden apple received, 1 times golden apple received. Now it's the final 2 commands. These ones are really easy. We want another execute with the tag that equals by. We're going to run, play sound, random dot level up @player with the tag. And in the final command, this is the literal final command to make all of this work. We just want to remove the tag. So again, we want to type execute at the player with the tag that equals by, run, tag @player with the tag that equals by, remove, by. Just like that. That is it. Nice and easy, all set and done. Now of course we can decorate just a wee bit here and we can type buy golden apple 400, just like so. Okay, and now to test that it all works, I'm going to first change the scoreboard. Okay, so as you can see, I've changed the scoreboard to the money and I'm going to give myself 400. Okay, there you can see that I've 522 money. And now if I go up to here, and there we go, you see the money has been taken from the account, 1 golden apple received, and in my inventory I have a golden apple. And there you have it. It's as simple as that. If you do have any issues, make sure that you do drop them down in the comments down below, and I will do everything I can to help. Furthermore, you can join the Discord server, and there is a section in the Discord server for any command help that you may be seeking. Make sure also, if you did like the video, to leave that like and subscribe if you haven't done so already for more command tutorials in the very near future. And until then guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.